thank also both of you and all your people who are involved with this particular activity. And that it is a welcome decision that you have taken. Let it carry forward. So I am going to present something about our Eastern Geographical Society, something about the Indian Council of Geographers, and as chairman, a bit of what we have a vision for a kind of discussion like this. So these are the three things I will be speaking. So to start with, can you share me? I have a small PowerPoint presentation. I will. Okay, my PowerPoint visible. Hello.
It will take a few seconds, sir. Please wait.
You have to share it, sir. It is not visible.
Okay.
You have to. No, it is not visible. You have to share it. There is one share. This
that
down.
I am doing that.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Just click on share
Just
screen option.
share the content. I am clicking the button. Okay, you have option to optimize.
Just click PowerPoint in that option.
Okay. Not coming.
Yet to come, sir. Yet to come. Have you clicked the option? Have you clicked the share option, sir?
Clicking the share option, and PowerPoint is showing.
Yeah.
Visible.
Now it's coming.
Ah.
Yes, sir. It's visible. You can proceed now.
I think welcome to all
click
our
slideshow and
participants in this IGS 20. This is on behalf of the Eastern Geographical Society, the Department of Geography of Utkal University, Bhubaneswar in Odisha, one of the institutes of geography in the Eastern India. And
You can also try slideshow option, sir.
Yes, I'm going for the slideshow option.
Yeah, now it's okay.
This society was created in the year 1971 because the Department of Geography at Utkal University started in 1970. So just a year after, this society was created, and this is the department which was created by Professor B. ex-professor. He was passed away long back. He came from Dharwad University and then started this Department of Geography here in Orissa. And that was the first postgraduate education in Orissa that it was created in 1970. And in 71, with his initiative, this society, Eastern Geographical Society, was created. And they have a very small objective at that stage to promote geography, education, and research, to conduct seminars, symposia, and publish research bulletin, journals, and books, whatever, to promote geographic knowledge, state and the country as well. So these are their primitive ideas at that time. With an objective, they started the society, and then president was Professor B.N. Sinha in 1971. Then followed with this, there have been few very significant and important people who have been involved with this society. Professor Vaidyanathan of Andhra University, Professor Sitanshu Mukherjee of Kalyan University, Professor Videswar Banerjee of Calcutta University, V.K. Srivastava from Gorakhpur University, C.R. Pathak from JNU and IIT Kharagpur, Professor P.K. Sarkar from North Bengal University, M.K. Bandyopadhyay from. So these are some of the past presidents who were also involved with Professor Sinha in giving a shape in the early days of the society. And at present, Professor S.N. Tripathi is the president, Professor K.M. Sethi, the general secretary, and myself, the editor of this journal of the Eastern Geographical Society. And the activities this society is doing is, we have a membership across the country. There are beyond country members. The total we have about 315 members, annual life members. And the society undertakes some of the outreach, annual conferences, seminars, and regularly they used to do quiz for competitions among the college and university students covering the whole state. And then the publications that the society is bringing out was initially from 1971 to 1989, it was publishing research bulletins. And subsequently, from 1990, the society changed this research bulletin publication to a journal called Eastern Geographer. Since 1990, with an ISSN number, this is continuing now. And every year also the society used to have a memorial lecture in the name of Professor B.N. Sinha because he was the founder member of the department. So it is a regular activity going on. And the shape of the journal, the front page of the journal Eastern Geographer, and many of must have seen. And this society has a significant role in spreading geography. You cannot imagine that how this society becomes helpful. We have realized this because when this society was created and the PG department was created, Odisha has only two colleges. Ravenshaw College at Cuttack had only geography education, and another is at GM in Sambalpur. These are the two places where geography teaching was available at undergraduate level. And the PG opened in the Utkal University in 1970. Before that, these are the two departments only. So now you can realize that how geography was very poorly for the state. And this society took a very good lead through the leadership of Professor B.N. Sinha and his colleagues in popularizing geography. So what they did is, in the initial stages, the society was created. The members of the society used to go around the schools and colleges in presenting geographic films. At that time, it was available. So he was doing that. Those films, there was a photographer in the department. He used to send the photographer with some faculty members or the members of the society, and then we go around the colleges, and that is how the geographic education was little bit popularized. And then subsequently what we have been doing is, society started bringing up, popularizing the subject in such a way that gradually colleges started opening. But still then, there is a very limited number of colleges which are having geography at the moment also, because the efforts have not been to that scale acceptable, although we have been trying very hard to get geography in various colleges. Hardly we will have in this entire state, we may have about 25 colleges or 30 colleges where geography is available, but PG is available at many places. So it is just like the demographic profile of this Department of Geography is PG at many places, undergraduate is very less, and feeding colleges are very. That is how the universities are now suffering from getting good students from geography at the undergraduate level, because college level feed off is very less. Society has also been able to push the geography into such a scale that Orissa government in social science stream in government schools, they never used to appoint geography teachers for geography teaching. They used to incorporate social science teachers. Took a lead in bringing that to the government and pushing this concept, started bringing geography teachers into the vernacular schools of state. So that is one of the very important contributions the society done in this early stages. Then the second and another important contribution is, we need geography teachers unless the geography teachers are attained in graduation level, education level, probably they are not fitting into. So we started pushing this also, that geography students get a seat when they apply for the B.Ed and M.Ed education. So there was a reservation for geography students. That also this society did. So quite a lot of activities were being taken up in the initial phases, and slowly the society has started functioning with a very big way, with various kind of activities, regular seminars, symposiums, and all the things we are going on. And at the moment, the society is active also. There is no problem with the society, but gradually what we find is the financial crisis, which was not being visible in the early stages, now it's slightly it is becoming visible to carry on various kind of activities. So that sources of funding which used to come to this society and to the department has gradually reduced. And that is what is the reason. Some alternative means the society members are thinking of to carry forward. Another important thing of promoting geography was also that the Eastern Geographical Society used to conduct summer training program for the TGTs and PGTs with no cost and with very minimum cost. Exposing the teachers, bringing to the department, giving them training free of cost. In that way also we have started doing something for geography. The geography education in the state of Orissa, to a great extent, has been significantly managed through the Eastern Geographical Society and the Department of Geography together. So this is all about our society and a little bit more about that what we are thinking of as a part of geography, where we stand, and how do we think into this geography of how to take it to the future, and what are the future prospects for geography. So here I would like to just 2-3 minutes. Geography, whatever that we have studied in the beginning, with the very basic definition, geography is the science of areal differentiation of Richard Harstrom, or the geography of spatial thinking, whatever that we have learned right from the beginning. And with the development of human geography and then physical geography and contribution of information data to the spatial analysis to the human environment and the physical environment has remained same over the years. Human geography, data
Sir,
collection, and
understood.
physical geography of the environment and the people, society. Everything is going on. But what has changed? In geography, what has changed? Geography has changed. The bullock cart has changed to the supersonic jets. What this bullock cart is, the method in which the data collection was going on, the method in which data processing was going on. At that stage, what it was in the early days, now things have changed to a very big scale where computational statistics and computational knowledge is totally transforming this geographic data analysis in such a way that gradually we have been trying to push into the subject through the modern technology, but somehow or other, our knowledge is being colonized by other disciplines gradually because we have failed to capture the trend. So this is what is the kind of visibility that I think at this moment is very much prevalent. And if you do not think of geography for the another 50 years or 100 years, probably the entire geographic knowledge will be slowly transforming, because now geography is no more with that we go and see and then just now geography has changed, transformed. It is now the data comes from the Facebooks, it is data comes from the satellites, data comes from the drones, data comes from the disposable cameras, data is coming from the these digital cards. But 20 years before, this was not there. So the concept of geographic processing, geographic information, and then use of spatial analysis become difficult nowadays if we are not catching up this with the speed which is required. Probably we are not going to compete with the future generations. Difficult to gather data about human and physical environment unless you are using this. The discipline of geography is changing very fast. And then the career options for the geographers. Who is going to take these geographers in their profession? How they will be using the geographers? So when it comes to that, everybody will definitely look into that they will no longer exist with the future with these basic skills. Whatever the skills we are now taking them or giving them as the students of geography, that we feel at times proud that we are teaching them GIS, we are teaching them remote sensing, we are teaching them GPS, we are teaching them. But now things have gone many steps ahead of this. GIS, ArcGIS is no more useful unless you are knowing how to handle the web GIS, where you have to manage the entire GIS activity through the web exposure. GIS knowledge and ArcGIS has limited role to play. Things are moving very fast in that way also. So like the web browser skills are more important nowadays than just the GIS. And then geographic practitioners are becoming blind gradually. Because over the years, gradually when the technology is coming, our subjects are not pushing in that what is. Very often we are confining ourselves that we are social scientists. Sometimes we are thinking that yes, we are human geographers. Sometimes we think that we are more a practical oriented subject where we do field work, hardly we have to do much with this computational. But anyway, ultimately the people who are going to use this geographic information and the practitioners of geography are going to be sidelined, take up technology, not able to keep pace with the changing world. If we are slow, this is going to be colonized by the other scientists, and maybe the computer scientists, maybe the data scientists, maybe the other scientists who are envy of geography. So they're colonizing our field of knowledge, where we may be sidelined, they may be in the forefront. kind of visibility comes unless we are now, because now the problems of data collection analysis are processing are coming through big data analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning systems. These are all bringing and coming into the subject. If we are not going to handle this in our geographic applications, probably geography can it remain in the same classical way for all time to come? No, we cannot just, we have to carry on the spirit of geography, carry on the very philosophy of geography with the modern tools and technology. That is what is. And if we are not able to cope with this modern, probably, so our societies, our departments, our institutions who are promoting geographic knowledge, who are promoting geographic skills, who are promoting geographic vision and creating skill in the present context has to think now for another 50 to 100 years that how best we can push this subject, because the geography which was identified, still people consider geography as a subject of places and locations, of places, geography of capitals, knowing the capitals of the countries. Still, why this has come? Because the early day geography was shaped like that, but gradually with the change of the entire gamut of science and society, humanities, the vision of the visibility of geography has not changed from that. That does not mean that that does not remain, it remains. But we have to also bring changes into the system. And probably that has not been visible to the outside communities of people. So now, at some point of time, geography was thought as a school subject. And now, at some point of time, geography is thought as a civil service subject. But it is a space, and then special activities, special learnings have never been given due importance the way it is supposed to be. And for that, probably we have to look forward, do something in a very big way. So, and what has happened, look to geography, how much old it is. Patna University was created in 1928, geography, it was the undergraduate level, postgraduate level came in 49. Calcutta University came in the eastern region in 1941. Guwahati University came in 1948. Ranchi University Geography Department came in 1954. North Bengal University came in 1960s. Magadha University came in 62. They are very young. And if you think of geography also in the country, it has not yet crossed 100 years. So whatever we have contributed as geographers to the field of geography within our country is marvelous. We are definitely happy of whatever our contributions are. But what is more important is now our vision should look beyond this to how to cross this 100 years and catch up with the modern trends. That is what is more important. We are happy with introspections are always going on, and that dichotomy and introspections will continue. That does not affect us because that is within our subject. But when we are coming outside the subject, we have to prove our might in such a way that yes, we are capable of handling the things in the speed of the present generation. And that is how we have, many of the universities are after 1950s and 1960s. So it is about 56 years old. And there are quite a few who are much older, closer to 100 years, but yet to cross 100 years. So our contribution in terms of, if you look at the subjects which have been existing for more than 200, 300, 400 years, okay, let us not compare with them. Let us compare that, yes, we have to do something more, and there is a long way behind, and then there is a long way to go forward. And this is what is, so the geographers have a lot of opportunities. If we are do not catching up to the present trend, geographers will have a lot of opportunities because gradually the data will be cheaper. Lot of data will be available through various technologies. But what will happen? Uniquely positioned to observe this data, but will poorly trained to exploit this data. And if you are poorly trained to exploit this data, probably our knowledge will not spread, our knowledge will not be transformed into actions and the applications. So societies, institutions have now a role to play and think for the future how best we can shape geography right from the school. We have never been able to change our, if you look at the PG courses of the universities in the country, you can look at how the similarity and the rate of change that has taken place is very slow. So now we must think of keeping pace with the present time. Thank you very much. I have just at the moment this much to share. Maybe I don't know how far I am touching to your subject, but I feel that institutions have a big role to play. I think the departments have also a big role to play. And I think this is the place and the institutions where the role is to be shaped and the future is to be designed. Architects, they are the architects for the future. That is what is my consideration. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jagannathan ji. Thank you, Kumar Swami ji, for giving a chance to speak a few to all of you.
Thank you. Professor Sati.
Professor Sati now can continue.
Okay. So, Professor G.K. Panda has talked much on this Eastern Geographical Society and including this Indian Council of Geographers. And now we have another presenter, Professor Narayan Chand Jana, and he will talk on Association of Bengal Geographers, Bardhaman. So I invite Professor N.C. Jana for deliberation.
I have sent the PPT. Can it? Yeah.
It will come. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it is coming.
Yeah. It is coming.
Yes.
Yeah. So, respected chairs, Professor G.K. Panda, Professor Sati, so greetings from the Association of Bengal Geographers, the budding organization, because it was established in 2014. So from that sense, what I feel that it is the most youngest organizations in the country. So till today, department is regional in character, because only 6 years back it was established when I was the chairperson of this department. So we thought that we should develop one geographical organization so that we can publish journals, organize seminars, workshops, and conduct lectures or whatever. But not much we have done, but we have many things to do. We have visions, but we have plan, we have visions. Next slide, please. Next. So this is Association of Bengal Geographers, and this is the registration certificate we received in 2014. Next. So this is ABG Governing Council. Our president is Professor R.N. Chattopadhyay, you know, Emeritus Professor, Department of Architecture and Regional Planning, IIT Kharagpur. Vice Presidents, Professor Nageshwar Prasad, who is a retired professor from our department, Professor Gyasuddin Siddiqui, currently professor of our department. Next. Professor Guru Prasad Chattopadhyay, he is also retired professor of geography, Vishwabharati Shantiniketan. Professor Sunanda Bandyopadhyay from the Department of Geography, University of Calcutta. And myself is the secretary, and I am the founder secretary of this organization. Still I am continuing because I have to take it to a expectable height so that everybody can recognize Association of Bengal Geographers, this budding organization. Treasurer is Dr. Chakma, who is associate professor and currently head of our department. Next. Assistant secretaries, Professor Lakshmi Sivaramakrishnan, who is currently professor of geography, Jadavpur University, who is our former colleague who worked in the department, in our department for a couple of years. Then she shifted to Jadavpur University. Professor Sanat Kumar Guchait, who is currently the professor of our department. Professor Gopal Samanta, who is also current professor of our department. Professor Biplab Biswas, Dr. Biswaranjan Mistry, all are from our department. Next. Members, Professor Kamala Bhattacharya, who is retired professor from our department. Professor Umar Shankar Malik, who is currently Professor Vishwabharati Santiniketan, Professor Premanshu Chakrabarti, who is currently Professor of Geography, Vishwabharati Santiniketan, Dr. Dev Prakash Pahari, who is our Senior Scientific Officer, Dr. Sumana Sarkar, Dr. Subhat Chandra Pal, Dr. Tapas Mistry, Dr. Somasis Sengupta, and Professor of our department. Next. Hello. Next. Next.
Sir, I think you have a bandwidth issue coming slowly to your end.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a plan to introduce one journal. So this is the first volume, Contemporary Geographer. But we have published this volume 2 years back, but this journal is not continuing because of now we did not get the ISSN number, because now the rules and regulations of the registrars of newspapers in India, that you have to register your journal first, then you have to apply for the ISSN number. So there is a prerequisite for getting ISSN number of a journal, but we are trying for that because of complete lockdown all over the country due to COVID-19 pandemic situation. We did not progress much, but we are trying hard to get the RNI number for this journal. Then we will apply for ISSN, then it will be regularly published. Next, and thing I would like to share, the title has been verified by the registration of newspaper in India. The title has been approved, Contemporary Geographer. So it was a special volume, the first volume. 5 articles we have published in this volume by the reputed geographer. One article, Paraglacial Environment and Process in the Recently Deglaciated Mountainous Tracts of the Himalaya by Guru Prasad Chattopadhyay. Performance and Functional Status of the Institution of Forest Management by Professor R.N. Chattopadhyay, who is our current president. Development of human impact on environment, sustainability, science and geography by Sri Kumar Chattopadhyay. 100 years of the McMahon Line, a critical review by Professor Sudipta Adhikari. Riverfront Varanasi, India, interfacing contestation in heritage by Rana P.V. Singh and S. Rana. So we have collected 5 research papers from the reputed geographers of India, and we have been able to bring out the first volume. So after getting the RNI number and ISSN number, the journal will be regularly published. So we have thought upon collaborative seminar. So as I have already pointed out that we are the budding organization. We have one collaboration. We have organized 3rd international seminar in 2017 by our department, where Association of Bengal Geographers was the collaborator. Professor Gerald Nelson from Australia, who was the resource person of this seminar, and parallel technical sessions were there in this one-day international seminar. Next. So this is nothing but the snapshot of 3rd international seminar held in 2017. So this year, I mean in this, at the initial phase of COVID-19 onset, we have organized 14 IGU India International Conference, where Association of Bengal Geographers was the collaborator. And this was a big mega event. 5 IGU commissions were involved in this international conference. Next. So this was a snapshot of the inaugural session of our central auditorium, 14th IGU India International Conference. These are all these are dignitaries. Singh and previous slide. Dr. Samuel Satra, now currently Minister of State for Rural Development. Samuel is the alumni of our department. He is our student. And Director NATMO, Dr. Tapoti Banerjee, our Registrar, Dean, and other dignitaries. And Professor Jayant Rautrai from Asian Institute of Technology. In this conference, a number of resource person and participants from Japan and China, they were not able to come because at the last moment their visa were suspended by the government of India. Next. Yeah. So, we have not done more in the last 6 years because we are in the formative stage, but we have vision to do many things. So, we have identified the priority areas in near future that we will take a special for increasing number of membership. Our number of members are very less, but we will take a special drive. We have to get the RNI of journal Contemporary Geographer. So after the pandemic situation is over, we will try for our level best to get the RNI, and as soon as we will apply for the ISSN number so that the journal can be published regularly. Number of seminars and conferences to be increased in the direct banner of ABG or in collaboration. We are trying for that. We have a plan to celebrate Earth Day, World Environment Day, and Geonite celebration. We have a plan. We would like to publish books under the auspices of ABG because we are going to publish one book in the banner of ABG. I would like to share one thing, that this department was established in the year 1970 and Professor Satyesh Chakraborty was the founder head. He stayed here for 2 years, from 1970 to 72, 2 years. Then he shifted to Indian Institute of Management, Kolkata. But he was the pathfinder from the department. At the initial phase, the reputed geographers were Professor S.C. Mukhopadhyay. He worked here for 9 years. Then Professor N.K. Nikhil Krishna De. Then Professor Aurobindo Biswas, Professor Swapna Guha Banerjee. They were the faculty at the initial phase of the department, but later on they shifted to other institutions. So this year we are going to publish one book because this year we are going to celebrate the 50 years. This is the Golden Jubilee year of the department. We have a number of plans to celebrate this Golden Jubilee year. Because of this critical situation, we are not celebrating today, but we are trying to do something by this year. We have a plan to introduce a Golden Jubilee lecture. Introduced Professor Satyesh Chakraborty Memorial Lecture in 2012 when I was the HOD of the department, and since 2012 we are continuing this lecture, and reputed geographers of the country, they have delivered lecture like Professor Ashok Dutt, Professor Kuntala Lahiri Dutt, Professor Sudipta Adhikari, Professor D.K. Nayak, Dr. Srikumar Chattopadhyay. So we are continuing this lecture, and this year this lecture will be delivered by Professor R.B. Singh as this is the Golden Jubilee year, so we don't know whether we will be able to conduct this memorial lecture online or offline. That depends upon the situation. But this year, we will be organizing this lecture. And we have a plan that previous years we have organized under the banner of the Department of Geography. But we have planned that we will collaborate Association of Bengal Geographers with the Department of Geography regarding the organization of Satyesh Chakraborty Memorial Lecture. And we have a plan to introduce eminent geographer award and young geographer award. We have a plan. So I don't know in future how much priority areas we'll be able to fulfill, but we have a plan. And with the passage of time, as the organization will be over, experienced persons, experienced faculty will be involved with these organizations, so that we can carry the legacy of other older organizations of the country in proper perspective. Thank you all for your patience hearing.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Jana, for enlightening us about your newly formed Association of Bengal Geographers. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you have elaborated very nicely all aspects, and your also future prospects, future poems. You have already mentioned them. All congratulations to you for your future endeavors. Your society will grow like IGC is celebrating its birth centenary, and one day it will come to you also. So huge congratulations, sir. And now we will move to, okay. We will move to Professor Ashish Sarkar and Dr. Priyank Patel. Yes. So they have their presentation on Indian Society of Special Scientists, Kolkata. So I request to Professor Ashish Sarkar for presentation.
Yeah. Priyanka will present. Dr. Priyank Praveen Patel will present.
So yes, so Dr. Priyank Praveen Patel, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, please carry on.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Again, it's an honor to be asked to come and speak over here, and we just want to show a short presentation on our society that is there. I'll just start the presentation. I'll share the content and I'll start the presentation.
It's loading.
I think this can be seen.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, again, very good morning to everyone. Professor Ashish Sarkar, who was formerly the head of Department of Geography, Presidency College, and then Presidency University in Calcutta, and then later the Department of Geography in Karimnagar College in Hooghly. And I am currently assistant professor at Department of Geography, Presidency University in Kolkata. The Presidency University, of course, carries on from the 200-year-old Hindu College and Presidency College institution. So I am there at present. And our society is called the Indian Society of Special Scientists. And it is a name chosen very deliberately because we just didn't want to talk about geography. Because while, yes, we do geography, but this is part of the larger realm of the spatial sciences. And if I carry on, you will see that we are a very young society. It was formed in 2010, so we are just about 10 years old. It is non-profit, scientific, and it's a completely educational society. And what we do is we bring out a journal called the Indian Journal of Spatial Science. I'll show you some aspects of it later on. And what we want is, we want to share interest in the theory, methods, and practice of geography, because we know that geography is very, very fast changing. And as many eminent speakers have pointed out before me, this is the bridge that connects the various branches of not only the social sciences, but also the physical sciences. And today, for example, in we have branches like ecogeomorphology, then hydrosocial sciences, which connects all different aspects of the earth and social sciences. So for this, we have 6 fundamental aims. One is to make people more aware of geography, right? Like an eminent speaker was saying that in many branches of government, there is a lack of awareness about what geographers really do or know. And so we want to make people aware of what geographers do, what is in our curriculum, what are our practices, because two of our main points, two of our main strength is the understanding of scale, the scale at which different phenomena work, and of mapping. And these are two things which we can really utilize for a whole range of activities for planning and development. Then we really want to use this forum to express ourselves in front of other similar organizations and societies. We love to do collaborations, and we have done some in the past, and we would really look forward to guidelines from all of you eminent scientists and other organizations so that we can work together. We also want to motivate a lot of students and scholars and other working scientists to come into this field of spatial science, because we believe that to do geography, you don't only need to be a trained geographer, but you can be from any branch of science that understands spatial logic. And also a very, very important point, we have an annual program called the Equinox, and this is totally focused on school children. Because what we realize is that there is a lot of disconnection between the type of geography taught at the school level and the type of geography that we expect our undergraduate and postgraduate students to study and then go on and practice at the research level or in further academic life. So we want to make school students understand what kind of geographical understanding is required, what kind of acumen is required, what skills are to be picked up. And so we organize school level interactions every day, where college and university teachers come and they talk to these young students so they realize their career paths going ahead. Also, because one of our first speakers today, he was very rightly talking about how geography has changed so fast and the need to keep up with big data and computational methods. So we have already organized a 2-month workshop in this respect. I'll show you the details later on how to keep up with the latest techniques. And of course, we are holding workshops and seminars and also doing one-to-one individual outreach to help people with resources and so on. Right. So now the society itself, while it is new, it seems in its formal, its present avatar, it's just 10 years old. But Presidency College, Hindu College, and then Presidency College is a very, very old institution and one of the foremost places of learning in India. And so this the society was actually set up in 1970s by Professor A.B. Chatterjee and then Professor S.R. Basu, who later went on to teach in University of Calcutta. It started out originally as a wall magazine, which was a forum for students to publish their understandings of the subject. And then in 2010, we upgraded it. When the college got upgraded to university, then we renamed the society as the Indian Society of Spatial Scientists. And we started with the magazine called the E-Traverse. We converted the wall magazine into a proper journal. And this was the first online open access journal of geography in India, probably the first online open access of journal of geography in India, because till then, most other journals were in print form. The online publication of articles were in a digital format, nicely prepared, really had not come up at that point. And in 2000 and from 2013 onwards, we have renamed the journal as the Indian Journal of Spatial Science. The scope has broadened as a result. This is our website. And today it is housed in the home of our chief editor, Professor Ashish Sarkar, and it's in Chandanagar in district Hooghly. Right. So this is how the society was set up. Our first president was the late great Professor Bireshwar Banerjee, who sadly left us a couple of years ago. I am the secretary. This is our editor, and the editor-in-chief is Professor Ashish Sarkar, who is present with me in this forum. So any queries you have, he will be happy to answer. He's also one of the main founding members. Currently, this is our executive council. We have people from all over the world. We have Professor Avijit Gupta, who is currently in Wollongong in Australia. Earlier, he was at the University of Leeds and the National University of Singapore. Dr. Ravi S. Singh and Dr. Parvati Nundi, respectively from Banaras Hindu University and Vishwabharati, are our vice presidents. Then we have 2 joint secretaries, and of course, Professor Ashish Sarkar is our managing editor and publisher. So this is our current executive council. We have a large number of academicians from different parts of the country in our working groups and other committees. So all the details are given on our websites. Now we have held regular executive council meetings to resolve all the important issues of the society. We are still not registered yet, so that's a process which we are undertaking. It has been held up by the current pandemic situation. And again, because of the current pandemic situation, our latest meetings have been held online, and we are in touch with each other digitally to take on the decisions that are required to carry on with the work of the society and its main publication. And we have a large number of members, because as I said, that our work goes from the school level right up to the working life level. So not only do we have students who have joined, we have over 1,000+ members who are registered, and we have 40 life members, we have institutional members. So not only do we have students who are just starting out at the high school level, starting out their formative careers in geography, but also we have undergraduates, postgraduates, working scientists, people who are retired. We have people from government who are working in different government departments. So as a result, we really think that the term spatial science encapsulates the aims and the ideologues of our society. Why? Because through geography, we are able to reach from the student level right up to the government making, policy making government levels. And as a result, we can get our messages across the kind of studies that we do. And so we have organized a number of special lectures in the last 2 decades as part of this society's work. And our speakers have been drawn from across the world. We have had Professor Gupta speak from Leeds University, then Professor Shannal speak from Singapore, then we have had speakers, Professor Sanjay Datta from JNU, New Delhi, then we have had Ms. Shubhra Roy from Canada, then Shujit Banerjee from NATMO. So we have had a number of people, Dr. Boshak from the International Institute for Disaster Management in Pune, and you can see the range of topics that we have taken on. So not only are we limiting ourselves to traditional geography, but we are taking up newer branches of geography also. For example, how the representations of news takes place in different forms of newspapers, and what is the geography of news itself, right? Then environmental crisis and disaster management. And then we have taken on some of the very, very newer branches. We were lucky that we had a visit by a team from NOAA, the National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration in the US. And we had 4 very good speakers come from there. And they spoke on a seminal topic at that time, which was the use of satellite images, nighttime satellite images, to detect the light patterns across the country and to gauge development on the basis of these night lights and night light pollution. So these are the aspects that we are focused on, so that our students, our members, they can get trained, or they can get ideas about the latest branches of geography and carry on their work in those realms. Again, we have had presentations on automatic image digitization and mapping from the US, Dr. Kakoli Shah. Then we also invite non-geographers. So we have Professor Amitava Chatterjee, who was former principal of Presidency College, a very, very eminent economist. So he spoke about the Indian economy, its current scenarios, right? And we have had a lot of deliberations. We focus on the subaltern studies also. So we had Professor Ajit Sheel from Bhairav Ganguly College talking about the shores of the Kongshabati Basin, what a very, very downtrodden part of society, right? And so we have organized a lot of workshops. So as I said, one of our strengths in geography is understanding scales, understanding maps. So we've had courses, a 1-month course almost on traditional cartography, then using statistics, because geostatistics and traditional statistics is a very, very strong field now. A lot of people are getting employed in these sectors. Then also we have had a fortnight's workshop on how to write a research article, because today we are in this realm of publish or perish. So we need to write articles, we need to publish them in the best places, and we need to have good ethics as a result of this, right? So we have done those things. Then we have conducted internship projects for students, 2-month internship projects in geoinformatics. So students and research scholars can be best guided as to the kind of techniques they should learn. And also one of the main things that we do is to generate further interest, to generate more wider outreach. We conduct regular quizzes. So we conducted quizzes which take in around 50 to 60 colleges of Calcutta and the surrounding areas. So these quizzes are conducted in person. And these are very, very well attended events, and students enjoy a lot, right? And as I spoke about the equinox later, we talk to school kids, we reach out to school kids, we try to make them understand what are the requirements of geography at the undergraduate and postgraduate level. Also, we want to provide a forum for young students to come and present their work, not just research scholars. So students at the undergraduate level or students at the PG level. So we have PG level student seminars. So that some of the term papers that students make, or some of the dissertations that students make during their postgraduate courses, they have the chance of presenting that. And from that, they take the confidence to go on and present in the higher forums like this eminent workshop, right? And so the publication that we bring out, our main headline publication, it was earlier called the eTravers, possibly the first online journal of spatial science in India. Since 2013, we have named it as the IJSS, the Indian Journal of Spatial Science. It was earlier UGC approved, but it is yet to be care listed. So the paperwork is in process. We extensively crack down against plagiarism. So we use Turnitin. We have subscribed Turnitin Access and we use that. We have applied for it to get enlisted on Scopus and other search institutions. That's underway. But for now, we have the Cosmos Impact Factor and the ASI score. Those are our values. And As many as 382 members are there on our website who have registered, who have published with us so far, and we are really happy about that. And so this we are positioning this journal as the main journal of our society. We publish research and review articles, all of which are blind reviewed, right? That we follow a blind, double-blind review policy, so neither the writer nor the reviewer gets to know each other, so which is proper publication ethics. And we do not accept any sponsorship and endorsed reviews, so we are not influenced by that. And also we publish articles on the wide range of the spatial sciences, not just geography. We want to use these articles to bring to the fore the current issues that are there in the mind of the young researchers and policymakers. And we hope that these articles can therefore be used from a planning, development, and furthering geography perspective. Right? So those are our articles. This is what the journal looks like. To the left is the first issue of the journal that came out in 2010. The first article was by Professor Ashish Sarkar. This is the latest front page or the frontispiece or front cover of the journal that we have brought out. This is the autumn issue of 2020, which is about to come out, right, or has just been published. And so if I go ahead, this is our website. If you go and register on the website, all the articles are free to access. You can download the PDFs of all the articles. You can search by author, you can search by title, you can search by subject content. So we have really made the website, that is indianiss.org, indianisss.org, very, very comprehensive. You can go there and search out the various issues. And I'm sure a lot of your students, research scholars, please refer this website to them. They would find a lot of the articles useful for their work. These are the number of articles that we have published. And as you can see, with time over the last decade, the number of issues has increased, the number of articles per issue has increased. And that proves the outreach that we have had. We have been able to generate the interest that we have been able to generate. And so we believe in the best publishing practices. Not only that, we believe in the best and the most digitally aesthetic outline of our outlay of our journal. This is how our article looks in our journal. This is one of the latest articles that has come out on vulnerability assessment of the Lotak Lake in Manipur. Right. So this is how the front page of an article looks. This is how we reproduce the artwork. We try to make it as aesthetic, as acceptable as possible. And we believe this meets many of the national and international standards of journal publication. And so we believe this is a very, very good outlet for young researchers and others to publish their work. Right. So this is the places where we are indexed right now in the ASI index and in the Cosmos and other index. These are the repositories where our journal is referred. We are also on DOAJ. So you can access all the articles for free. That is one thing. And also I said that we are about spatial science. We are not just about geography. We are about spatial science. So this is just a word cloud that shows the kind of keywords that have been used by the various people who have published in our journal so far. And therefore, so you can see the various topics that they have worked on: urban health, then regional case studies, city level mapping, right? So these are we invite articles from both branches of geography, the physical side, the human side, the interrelated side, from the broader realm of the spatial sciences. So everybody is welcome to publish here as long as they inculcate some aspect of the spatial science and geography in their work, right? And so we have both an international and national footprint. We have a number of authors who are based abroad who have contributed gratefully to this journal. And these are the large number of institutions and places in India from which we have received articles for our journal. So we are hoping to take this forward. So this is our last slide. This is the further plans that we have. As I said, we are a new society and we are going ahead with this. In the next 5 to 10 years, we hope to have a bigger profile. We hope to invite all of you for seminars to our organization. And so the kind of lectures that we are talking about, memorial lectures, so those are, one of them is called the Good Old Geography, which will look at what geography was. And in contrast to that, we will also have something called Contemporary Geography, which will look at what geography is today, how geography is changing. Because again, we are a very, very fast changing dynamic. What we were 20 years ago, we are not today. And with the coming of big data, with the coming of drone technologies, we are really, really changing very fast. The whole idea of space and concepts are changing very, very fast. And we are so in the pandemic situation and even going ahead, we are going to organize a number of online workshops on cartography and visualization, because there are a lot of jobs in this sector. And I myself guide a lot of my students into this sector because I'm associated with it. And we are working on qualitative research methods, not just quantitative methods, because today in the realm of Twitter and Facebook and other such big data outlets, qualitative research analysis is very, very important. So data mining techniques, then data reading techniques. This becomes very, very important in geography. And Professor Ashish Sarkar has published very, very well-renowned books in urban geography, statistics, and practical geography. So he's one of the main nodal persons that we have to deal with multivariate analysis in geography. And so he takes out that aspect. Also, we plan an international webinar in later this year, pandemic situation permitting, on geography and our well-being, how we are connected to this earth and how this earth also depends on us in so many different ways, right? Going ahead. So thank you. It was really an honor today to present here. Professor Ashish Sarkar is also present on this forum. These are the emails of the editor-in-chief and his personal email. Please do contact to us. Please do write to us. And we would love to publish any work that you did, and also takes guidelines from you going ahead about how to develop our society even further, and maybe meet again in such online forums. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us this opportunity. And again, a very good morning to everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Priyank, for your very good presentation. And we all are enlightened about your this research journal. I hope that it is one of the good journals coming up. And I hope that you will get it indexed in Scopus and Web of Science in future. Your society is also doing well, as we saw in your presentation. Well done, Priyank, and hope you will continue your endeavors for the development of geography in India.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. And it is now my turn. I'm talking about the geography.
Professor Shoti, can you hear me? A few more lines to add. Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Currently, we are not any university based. We do not have any sponsor or any funding agency. In fact, we do not need any at this moment. Ours is a reviewed journal. We are putting more emphasis on the awareness about the philosophy of core geography and cartography, and on the application of statistical and scientific techniques and research methods. Our workshops and hands-on training on this line. We are also committed to the encourage the budding young researchers in geography. Our journal is well known in this part of India also. Our board members are from all parts of the globe. We are trying to be entirely digital with accessibility, transparency, and connectivity. And I'm taking this opportunity to request all the honorable members present here, please do not decline review requests from us, and please do it as soon as possible. Thank you, Professor Shoti. Thank you, Professor Reddy, and your team members, to give us an opportunity to showcase our small but vibrant society, the Indian Society of Spatial Scientists. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And then I'm going to present on the Geography Association of Mizoram, and it will not take much time. I will just go for sharing my the slide. Wait for a moment. Yes. So wait. Ready. Okay. So good morning all once again, and once again I thank you very much of the organizers for giving me this opportunity. I'm just presenting on Geography Association of Mizoram, GAM. So before that, before presenting on Geography Association of Mizoram, I would like to give a brief introduction of geography in Mizoram. This Mizoram University is one of the youngest university which was established in 2001. And it is a central university after Peace Accord of 1985 between Mizo National Front and central government. And you all might be known about this. Mizoram was very turbulent state before 1985 because all insurgency and demand of separate state by Mizo National Front. And then there was an accord between Rajiv Gandhi and this MNF. And this university is the output of that accord because the people demand for a central university. So this Mizoram University was the output of this accord very peaceful accord and very important accord between these two stakeholders. Earlier, the colleges of Mizoram and one Pachunga University College was a part of NEHU, Northeastern Hill University, before this 2001. And after establishing 2001, the Mizoram University, a central university, the Department of Geography and Resource Management was started in 2004, after 3 years of its establishment. And this department is fortunate enough because Professor R.C. Sharma and Professor R.B. Singh initiated this department. And they were the forerunner of establishing this department. So they are actually the forerunner, and they have started this. So at present, we have 30 students intake, and the geography department is providing 2 courses. One is Master of Science in Geography and also the PhD course. All the UG level courses are taught in 28 affiliated colleges of this university, and they all are spread in different districts of Mizoram. Mizoram is also very hilly and very small state. And beside this, there is one FI university, a private university in Aizawl, who is also giving this UG providing UG in geography subject. But at the same time, geography is very popular in Mizoram. And you can see that demand ratio is very high. Sometimes we receive 400 applications for only 30 seats. So that way demand. So this Geography Association of Mizoram, after the department was established in Mizoram University, the PG department, in 2005, all the faculty members within within Geography department of the states, they have started this formation of GAME. So this Geography Association of Mizoram, they started in 2005, and it is actually one of the youngest and smallest geography associations. Maybe there are many other associations in India. They are very newly, like this Bardhaman and also this Geography Association of West Bengal, like this. And we are fortunate enough that the secretariat of this GAME is in Geography and Resource Management Department. And because this department is well equipped, and colleges only providing the UG courses, so that this secretariat is now established in this department. So the main objective of this Geography Association of Mizoram was, you'll see, the teaching geography at PG level, and also because Mizoram is a hilly state located very remotely, and the faculty members, they cannot go for participating the conferences or at national and international level because of lots of problems here. Transportation was also a problem. So keeping all these problems in view, the Geography Association of Mizoram formed, and they have started this participating, they have started conducting conferences and seminars and workshops, so that the faculty members, UG and PG, they can attend, they can participate, they can present within the state. There are many also this. There are many conferences, seminars already conducted by the GAME. And the GAME role is vital to ensure participation of scholars in all these events because of the problems, and they cannot go outside also. But now the things are coming good, and we have little improved connectivity. Some of you may be visited this university. I know some of you have already visited. And then also one of the major objective of this GAME was to publish a research journal, and that name is Geography. And it also aims to organize annual seminars and of the associations and conferences. Already talk about this. So this game was established this game was started publishing in 2006, and so far we have 15 volumes already published. And game also offers annual and life memberships. At this point of time, total membership is about 200. So actually, because of lots of national and international conferences we have organized, and game associated with all these events, so that number of memberships increased during this time. And many participants coming from across India, they are the members. So little bit we have larger membership, live membership. And also the game has done one important thing, because Mizoram, this line of Tropic of Cancer is passing through little bit below than Aizawl city. So the game has identified 2 places, and they have constructed benchmarks, and they mention that this place is where Tropic of Cancer is passing. So these are some activities done by game. And game also conducted one very huge international conference in 2017, where about more than 300 participants were there, and more than 25 international geographers they have participated. And in between there were many national seminars conducted, organized in 2014, 2015, 2018, and also 10 state level seminars were also organized by game. And our objective is to convene at least one state level this seminar every year. So that is our objective also. And then this publication of Geographic Journal, it is published in print, and it is also peer-reviewed journal. And one thing you will be surprised that we pay a token money, this remuneration, for the reviewers. So this is our also one of the practices. We are paying reviewers some token money, and we have, as I told you, we have already published 15 volumes of this. And then also print, and also it is published in online version. So Indian Journals Association, New Delhi, they publish it online, and then you have to subscribe to them only, not for us. So they are just earning money based on this online publication. And so this is the cover page of Geography, because this cover page is maybe getting some problem because it is very old, also 2017. This is a print one, and then we have this online issue of Geographic. You can see here it is indianjournals.com. They are publishing it, and you can also call them, and you can directly call to us also. You can be the live member of game, and you can also publish your paper. It is peer-reviewed journal, and though not indexed by many of the agencies, we are still trying to get it indexed. Scopus is a little far for us, but we will try. And any queries and questions, you can write an email to Dr. Benjamin, and his email is bena@cello@gmail.com. And with this, I just stop my presentation here, and I thank you very much, all of you, for all of this, and thank you very much. So, can you? Okay.
Thank you, Professor Sati.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
You are the remote place which I have seen some time back.
You were there. Yes, I know you were there. Yeah, we are fortunate enough. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So in such a remote place, I have been placed, but still doing quite a lot of activities is really inspiring.
Yes, sir.
We are happy that yes, you are keeping geography alive.
Yes,
keeping
sir.
geography dynamic.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you,
Anyway,
sir. Yeah.
small efforts at times used to make big things. So it is always applaudable that yes, things are going on. I
Yes.
thought Professor Sati, I have just to add something to, there is one more presentation on Indian Council of Geographers. It is
Yes.
just an information because the Society of Indian Council of Geographers no more exists now. But long back when Professor Ian Sinha was heading the department before 1995, this association was functioning in Utkal University Department of Geography, Indian Council of Geographers. And Professor Sinha was the president. But some I don't know how things went there, but gradually that Indian Council of Geographers is no more functioning now. Activities are not going on at all for the last 15 years. I think probably it is almost dormant. May not be again to come up with the spirit of what it was earlier. This is what is. So it is just for information. So any other association, if they are taking up this Indian Council of Geographers, I think it is up to them to see. But this Indian Council of Geographer no more exists with our Utkal University as it was earlier. But now there is an Indian Council of Geographers in Patna. And if there are some people, because some people in Patna were involved at that time after B.N. Sinha. So their name was figuring. But that also activity is no more existing now. And that also has stopped for the last 15, 20 years, almost. So this is what is a kind of situation. So I think we can just keep over because no activities are going on with Indian Council of Geographers. This is all about from our session. Okay, Professor Sati, if you have to give something as a chairman's observation.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, sir. You can speak also something because I have already, I started this actually, na?
Yes.
So yeah, but anyway, I can little talk also here.
Yes, just speak something.
Okay, okay. So yeah, I found that yeah, all these associations in this particularly these 5 associations, they are working very nicely, and all are very new except your. Your is very old. This Eastern Geographers,
Yes.
but all others are very new and they are very doing well. And because we have to develop this geography, sir. Actually, what I have observed during this time. Geography itself, the discipline is not so much, you know, that so much publicized in terms of when we talk about other disciplines all over the world. And geographers' role is not so much bigger also. And in India also, when we see in other subjects also in India, or Indian geographers also, we don't have a concrete or a big platforms that we can show at the international level our geography, and that there are some problems we have, but now this is a good initiative, and in future we hope that the geography at the international level and at the national level we will grow and will lead the all other disciplines. And with this, I thank you very much of the organizers for giving me this opportunity, and I take this to Professor Panda.
Okay, thank you, Professor Sati. This is whatever the presentations came before us, all the organizations were doing excellent. As far as contribution of knowledge to geography, contribution of materials to geography, and contributions of
Yeah, Panda sir.
yes. Yes.
I would like to add one thing which I missed.
Okay.
We are going to establish the website of this newly established organization, Association of Bengal Geographers.
Okay. So that is obviously your prerogative. We will be doing that because nowadays, without that, also things will not move. So that is one of the most essential things. Okay, we welcome to that. Okay, so all the organizations who are presenting over here, as we find, some of the younger generations are like our Professor Ashish Sarkar's organization is doing very excellent way of looking in a new vision, whereas all others we are still in that old wine in the old bottle. But there are some organizations are coming up with new wine in the old bottles. But anyway, things are good in the hands of geographers. Whatever they have been done, it is to be appreciable, because whatever we are contributing is definitely contributing to the subject of geography. And the institutions are playing a catalytic role, definitely, because without institutions, how the knowledge will spread. And the moment geography comes as a branch of knowledge, we need to carve out a territory. Otherwise, if you don't have a territory, you don't live as a king. If we live as a king, as a geography, as a subject, then we need a territory. And if we have to create a territory, probably the institution has a major role to play in checking out the territory. But if I look into sometimes what has happened, no, we as geographers, while looking at our territory, at times also trying to intrude into others' territory. If you think of geography of love or geography of night soil or geography of the psychosocial behavior, there has been some kind of interference, or you can call it as encroachment, but that is also to some extent. But provided we are doing that, we must look for its sustainability, because if you are encroaching some areas, let it be a sustainable encroachment, not that we again have to come back to our own old positions. The geography has every scope of freewheeling experimentation. They can explore new territory. They can explore into new areas. Taking geography into different divisions and carrying on subjects are no barrier for that. Yes, we must do that, experiment on that. But let us see that our approaches become sustainable, and the tools and techniques becomes sustainable also, so that ultimately we hold the territory for a longer period of time, and then say that yes, this is what the geography is. So institutions has a major role, and that is how we see that institutions are doing. And probably in the long run, the IGS what has mentored over here, I think may consider something in a way going above the institutions, because each institution has its own domain, own territory, own activities, and then own principles and the ethics, and they should continue. But if IGS thinks of something big, they have to rise above all these institutions and take up a national perspective and an international perspective of the subject, how to carry forward and address to some of the very critical issues of geography, in terms of contents, in terms of methods, in terms of outreach activities, and so many other things are there. I think we have a lot of experience. Hope there will be many good suggestions coming gradually. And I think I will end over here because they have other sessions. Thank you, Professor Kumar Swami, and thank you, Professor Jagannathan. Thank you, all our participants, for patient hearing. And any
Thank you,
other
sir.
member would like to speak a few words? Anything to any of our participants, if anybody has to take up any queries or something like that? Otherwise, we will
I am
close
Kumar
this.
Swami, sir.
Sir,
No, I am Kumar Swami.
I am from,
Yes.
Can you hear?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So the thing is, as you have pointed out rightly, that each society or association is unique.
Yes.
It has its own objectives and
Yes.
the method of functioning and so on. So we cannot interfere, and it is not
Yes.
our.
Yes.
The thing is, we need a symbiotic development. You develop,
Yes,
you
obvious.
grow, and then wherever hello.
Yes, continue.
So whatever recommendations we are proposing, that will be discussed in the panel discussion. All of you are there in the panel group, and then we will take some decisions, and that are to be addressed by some of the senior geographers like Professor R.B. Singh. So all of them will be there, and then we can also support them for putting this kind of unification together and then move forward. Thank you very much, sir.
hello,
Okay,
Hello.
thank you.
hello, can I speak? Professor Nagrale.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ah.
You can speak.
Yes, yes. Good morning, everyone. So thank you for IGS to organize such nice meeting. Sir, specifically the point raised by the Professor G.K. Panda, that sustainable encroachment. And earlier lecture, he gave the highlights. We are thinking about our separate identity, but what about the less than 100 years the scope and development of geography. So really we have to think on that issue. And the last, Professor Panda, sustainable encroachment with territory. So really we all geographers should think on this point. So thank you, or even Sati, Professor Sati, he gives a very different aspect of that Mizoram geographer mag. So thank you, sir, for nice session. Thank you, Professor Panda and all, Professor Sati and all. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Hello, this is Professor Jana.
Yes, yes, speak.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Kumaraswamy and Professor Jagannathan. Jagannathan is my old friend. I mean, for the last couple of years. So thank you, sir, for giving us the chance to present a brief report on the budding organization, Association of Bengal Geographers.
Okay, sir, Panda sir, now we can stop here.
Hello.
Hello. So we will stop here, sir, and it is now to the organizers. I think they can say something or any announcement from the organizers.
Thank you.
Sir,
Thank you.
you put the floor open, others can interact
Okay.
and can.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Professor Sati.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Very good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Sir, really no doubt that it's a matter of the fact that all the renowned geographers are here on a single platform and just giving the detailed information to the young geographic community. And I also give a big thanks to Professor Panda, Professor Sati, to you and Professor Professor Ashish Sarkar. It's kind of having a number of content in terms of resource and technology. And you all people are working very nice, sir. Really, sir, from the my bottom of the heart, I give my big thanks to all of you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Subhashi. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Senior geographers are watching and then they can also interact with this story.
Yeah, pardon. Yeah, anybody can speak also something if they have some idea or some information.
Yes, sir. Can I speak?
Yes, yes, please, please.
This is Dr. R.K. Abhay from Dayal Singh College, Delhi University.
Okay, please.
I would like to, as you said, any comment, any important thing, I would like to point out that in geography we used to teach a paper called geography of thought. And in every university, I would like to know if I think we should all go for that in this syllabus, we should teach Indian geography. Because many of the syllabus we used to teach school, German school, French school, British school, American school, but in geographical part paper or syllabi of various universities which I have seen, I did not found section on Indian geography. So this is my humble submission that wherever we are, in whichever university we are, we should try to bring this component of Indian geography into our geography skills. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because tomorrow I think there is panel discussion and that all issues will be discussed there. So, yeah, because the organizers want to keep this forum open. So I don't know how long it will go like open. So anyway, if anybody has some idea or some information to say something about geography. Or geographical development or whatever it is. So with the permission of the organizers and Professor Panda, I want to leave. Actually, I am here in the department from morning. 8:30 I came because network connectivity is very big problem, and only Wi-Fi is there in this classroom, not my house or even not my chamber. So I am still sitting here like this for last 3 hours or almost. So I take your permission to go now. Pardon? Because no clear voice is here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your voice
Hello?
is breaking.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we can go for a 5 minutes break and allow the organizers to organize the second session. I think.
Yeah, they can do, because that second session is different.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes,
there
sir.
are other presenters.
Yes.
Yeah. Second
like
session is
this.
at 3 o'clock. So
Yeah.
we can give space for other participants. If not, then we can close the session.
Okay, so yeah, I am requesting the participants to speak something, but I think all are exhausted or maybe not.
This is Singh from
All
Manipur
our
University.
participants are happy with the territory they are commanding. So they are happy with their own territories. So probably they don't have anything to. There is no scaring or there is no crisis of their territory. That's what is the kind of message it comes. Anyway, we are happy that so many people are listening and participating. And Professor Nageswar Rao, do you have to say something?
Sir, can I speak? Can I ask through you from the organizer something? My name is.
You can, organizers are there, they will listen to you definitely.
Okay, sir. I was looking up at the schedules and the speakers, and one thing was conspicuous with their absence, particularly the association from this Shillong Nehu. I don't think they are there in the schedule speaking list, along with the Northeastern geographers from Guwahati University, and another is from Pune Institute of Indian Geographers. So I want to know whether these organizations were asked to speak on this forum or not. So through you, I want to know from the organizers.
The organizers can answer this question because we are not a part to that whole activity.
Yes, sir.
They were,
I'm asking to the organizers.
yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
They
you.
can have it.
Sir, Kumarasamy, sir. Jaganathan, sir. Okay, so I hope everyone have a connection issue. We have invited all the geographical institutions in India, and some of them are willing to participate and present their societal activities. And some of them shown their disinterest to participate this event. So it's up to the societies. We are not demanding or make it compulsory to come here.
I think
So,
the
answer
answer
to your
is
question?
obviously. I think the answer is obviously it is a personal choice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There is a personal choice of who wants to participate. He will be participating. There is
Yes.
no compulsion from anybody. So maybe, but the organizers can give a better answer. But obviously there is a personal choice whether I will participate or not participate. I am available or not available. Like that, there might be some reason to that.